Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Chapter 1.2, Part 2, Order of Operations. Um, Yesterday we started Chapter 1.2 talking about exponential expressions, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to go ahead and watch yesterday's video. Okay, so today we are going to learn to simplify expressions using the order of operations. Okay, now many of you have seen PEMDAS before, okay? Or heard of please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And each one of those letters stands for something, okay? Whenever you see us write it, we're going to write it vertical like this. So P stands for parentheses, E is exponents, M and D are multiplication and division from left to right, and addition and subtraction from left to right, okay? When we get to our lines and we see that we have multiplication and division at the same time, we need to do them in order from left to right. We're going to be pounding that into your skulls this year. Okay? So, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be going through all of the odds. If you have any questions on the evens, please come see Miss Carranza or myself. Okay? So, number one. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. First thing we're going to do in here is parentheses. So I'm going to write everything else the same because I didn't touch any of that. And 5 minus 3 is 2. Parentheses are done. Let's move on to exponents. There's our exponent. Everything else stays the same. 2 squared, 2 times 2 gives us 4. All right, let's move on to multiplication and division. We have division right in the middle. My 40 and the 4 stay the same. And then 24 divided by 8 is 3. Now, addition or subtraction. What do we see first? That's what we have to do. The 4 just stays back there. And the last thing, add it up. And we're done. Okay? Let's move that up a little bit. And 41 is our answer. Okay? All right, let's move on to number 3. Once again, I'm writing, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, my dear Aunt Sally does not want me to do parentheses because they're not there. So let's look for exponents. I see them. So everything else stays the same. And 4 squared is 16. Now that exponents are done, we're going to look for multiplication or division, which is on the back. The 20 and the 16, nothing changed. And 5 times 7 is 35. So I'm going to cross the multiplication and division off. Now, from left to right, what comes first? The rest of that stays the same. And then finally, 4 plus 35 gives us 39. Okay. Now, as you see me doing this, you can see kind of looks like an upside down triangle. This is how we show our work, step by step by step, to make sure we're doing the right thing. If you need a highlighter, use one so we know what you're doing. Ms. Carranza and I have tons in the back of our classroom. Okay? All right, number 5. Now, if you look at number 5, we have, count them, 2 sets of parentheses. When we see that, we want to go all the way to the middle, and that's what we're going to do first. 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. Okay, we're not done with parentheses yet. We have another thing to do. Now we're going to do 3 plus 5. All right, we did our parentheses. We don't have any exponents. Multiplication or division gives us 32. And then subtraction, we get 21. All right, number 7. Now, in number 7, we can see that we have a top and a bottom. What I like to do first is we're going to focus just on the top, and then we'll worry about the bottom afterwards. So, in the top, we have parentheses first. 9 minus 6 is 3. Okay, now we have 3 squared, which is 3 times 3 times 3, which gives us 27. And 27 times 2 gives us 54. Now, on the bottom, we do the multiplication first, do the subtraction, and then the 6 carries over. Now, the last thing we have to do is, what does that bar mean? It's a fraction bar, and the fraction bar means that we need to divide. So 54 divided by 6 gives us 9. And that's our answer. All right, let's look at 9. Now, number 9 might look hard because it has fractions. And let's zoom in on this one, just so we have enough room to write. Okay? Now, we don't have parentheses, so we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about exponents. But now the first thing that we see in here from left to right is division. Okay, so first thing that we have to do is we have to put 24 over 1. Okay, and now we talked about this. Whenever we divide a fraction, we really multiply by the reciprocal. So 24 over 1, we're changing this to multiplication, and I need to multiply by the reciprocal. We have to flip it. Okay? Now, we are still working here. Okay, we can't skip to the other parts yet. So what we're going to do is now we are going to reduce. Can the 1 and 7 reduce? No, but the 24 and the 6 can. The 6 changes to a 1, and the 24 changes to a 4. Now we're going to multiply across. We have 4 times 7, which gives us 28. And 1 times 1 gives us 1. Now, anytime we have a number over 1, it's just that whole number. Okay, and we copy the rest. Now, we still have multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20. And the last thing to do is subtract. 28 minus 20 gives us 8. All right, let's flip on down to the other side. Number 11. Don't worry about the fraction overload. We're going to do the same exact thing as we did on the previous one. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Aunt Sally did not give us parentheses or exponents. Okay, let's worry about this multiplication right here. The 2 and the 8 reduce. to 1 and 4. The 5 and the 1 do not change. So multiplying that straight across, 1 times 1, 5 times 4. Everything else stays the same. Now, we are not done with multiplication yet. Let's start reducing the 2 and the 10. Change to 1 and 5. The 3 and the 9 change to 1 and 3. Multiply that straight across. 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 5 gives us 5. So, we are done with multiplication and division. The next thing we have to do is add. Now, can we add these guys? No, because they do not have the lowest common denominator. These are different. We have to have the same denominator when we're adding. Okay? So what we need to do is find the lowest number that both numbers go into. And when we start writing down the multiples, right away, 20. Now, this first fraction is already has a denominator of 20, so we don't have to change anything. But now, 3 over 5, we have to make that 20. So to multiply 5 to 20, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 3 times 4 gives us 12. And now we just add them up. 1 plus 12 is 13, and the denominators stay the same. Now, if you need help with the evens or want to come in and check the answers, please come and see us or look at the notes key that's on the website. All right, thanks for watching, guys.